Something I'm sure you've all heard, because this is currently the biggest story in the country right now. P. Diddy, Puffy Combs, Puff Daddy, his house has been raided. What exactly happened? Well, apparently there were a couple of lawsuits that he has been going through over the last few years from women that have claimed that he has beaten, drugged, and raped them, and then also basically pimped them out to other men. So, hence, that's where the sex trafficking allegations come from. The fact that it's not just him who's abusing these women and doing very bad things to them, but that he's also using them as sex slaves for other men to take advantage of. And apparently, this is something that's been going on for a little while, that there's been an open investigation into him based on these allegations. And this past, I think, Tuesday is when it was, is they raided his house. That is the FBI went and raided his house looking for evidence to support these allegations. So I've got here an article from Vox which explains the whole thing. So why don't we read this so that we can all get on the same page. The sexual assault and trafficking allegations against Diddy explained. So, especially in the 1990s and 2000s, Diddy was a figure of enormous power, not just in hip-hop, but in the business and entertainment worlds writ large. In recent months, however, multiple people have sued him, saying he used that influence and wealth to sexually victimize and, in some cases, traffic them while avoiding consequences for decades. On Monday, speculation around the accusations escalated as homes in Los Angeles and Miami Beach linked to Diddy were raided by federal authorities, who revealed that the raids were linked to an ongoing investigation into sex trafficking allegations. Okay, so it happened on Monday, not Tuesday. Those allegations first came to light in a series of recent lawsuits, several which include brutal and disturbing details. Plaintiffs state that Diddy, whose birth name is Sean Combs, and who has also been publicly gone by Puff Daddy, Puffy, and Love, raped them and in some cases trafficked them by coercing them to engage in sex with other men together. The cases have redirected public attention towards long-standing allegations of violence against Combs, leading some brands to cut ties with him and Hulu to scrap his upcoming reality show. The first suit, filed in November 2023 by the singer Cassie, who dated Combs and was signed to his label, alleged that he urged her to have sex with the male workers while he filmed, and then he later raped her. And another complaint, a woman identified only as Jane Doe, says that in 2003, when she was 17, Combs had her flown on a private jet to New York, where he and two other men gave her drugs and alcohol and raped her. And in a suit filed in February, music producer Rodney Jones Jr. says that Combs grabbed his genitals without consent and forced him to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts to the pleasure of Mr. Combs. So, yeah, these are the lawsuits that basically got the investigation started into P. Diddy. I've seen some people saying that this is basically he was doing the same kind of things that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of. Epstein would fly people out to his island and sort of like provide prostitutes for them, many who were, underage. That kind of thing, and then film them and then basically blackmail them with that and do who knows what. A lot of that is all still like unrevealed to us. It's still like classified, right? And it doesn't really look like that's what P. Diddy was doing. It doesn't look like he was really blackmailing people, but it does look like he was providing sex workers, right? That is like victims. Right, coercing young women into sex, that kind of thing, with drugs and alcohol, and then like basically threatening them and shit like that. Like that's kind of what it looks like he was actually doing. So yeah, pretty bad stuff. It's kind of reminds me of R. Kelly, like very similar to the allegations of R. Kelly, right? So, yeah, pretty bad. There's actually a little bit more here. There's a singer named Cassie that filed suit against him last November. He said that he drugged her and raped her and tried to, basically pimp her out. Somebody named Joy Dickerson Neal says that he drugged and raped her in 1991. Someone named Lisa Gardner in 1990 did the same thing. Another suit, an unidentified woman named Jane Doe, says she was in junior high school when she met him and was taken advantage of and was, drugged and raped and all that. So, yeah, apparently this is some allegations that have gone back really super far. Kind of disgusting. Kind of appalled by this. This sort of thing looks like it's been going on for years and years and years. And just like in the Jeffrey Epstein case, like one of those things that it looked like a lot of people knew about it and nobody was stepping forward. People were making excuses for him, is what it looks like, right? Looks like it was like an open secret kind of sort of. He just had too much money and too many friends in high places, just like Epstein. So I guess in that respect, it looks like these two men are actually very similar, right? It doesn't look like that he had the same like scale. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like he doesn't have the same scale to his operation that Epstein had. Like he didn't have an entire island and all that, but looks like he had people out there recruiting young girls for him the same way Epstein had. And looks like he had a client list almost, which is kind of fucking crazy. Here's another thing from Newsweek, which is a list of celebrities. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. This is a list of celebrities named in the Diddy court filing. So who are all these people? These are people who basically benefited from his sex trafficking, who were either involved with it or took advantage of his services, right? Stevie J, music producer and television personality. Let's go ahead and read through these. A redacted name of a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Grammy award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bajan billionaire whose name was redacted. I'm pretty sure that'll be easy to figure out whoever that is. Young Miami, who was not labeled as a celebrity in the filing. Prince Harry. That's the one that got the conspiracy theories flying here. Bishop T.D. Jakes, no idea who that is. Cassie Ventura, singer and dancer. Georgia Mass Choir. Donald Lawrence, songwriter, music producer. The Clark Sisters. Smokey Norfolk. Fahim Mohammed, DeForest Taylor, Jose Cruz. Now, I don't know if it's just because I'm old, but I literally don't know who 90% of these people are, like, at all. I have no clue who basically most of these people are. But this one here, Prince Harry, this is the thing that got everybody speculating. The fact that Prince Harry was part of P. Diddy's lawsuit there, basically meaning that he was involved with this somehow, because Prince Harry was also involved with Jeffrey Epstein, which is like, that's fucking nutty. That's very just like, wow, I guess this guy gets around, right? Prince Harry. He fucking is flying all over the earth, like taking advantage of all kinds of services from different people here. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, yeah, that's what got the conspiracy theories going. That's what got the comparisons to Epstein going. Not a good look. Not a good look for P. Diddy here, especially when it's like you have such a high profile client, I guess. High profile. I don't even know if it's, I mean, see, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not even really sure yet if it even is that type of arrangement. Did these people pay P. Diddy to get sexual partners for them? Was P. Diddy acting like a pimp for these people? Or were they just there at the parties? Like, did they actually, like, take advantage of some of these women? Or, were these women underage? That kind of thing? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of details which haven't been released yet. But the thing is, folks, there doesn't have to be details. Because even though here, right, we know that some bad shit happened. We know that more will come out, but it still doesn't matter, because once the wheels get going from the conspiracy theorists, the facts are not going to stand in their way. Literally, the day this shit happened, people started freaking out and conspiracy theories started flying all over the fucking place. Now, keep in mind, right? There is no evidence. Now, I'm not defending P. Diddy, far from it, okay? kind of sounds like P. Diddy is being accused of some pretty disgusting fucking things. But can we, with any type of confidence, say that what he's guilty of exactly? Not really. We can't say anything. We don't know what he's guilty of. We know. I mean, it's very even foggy of what he's even being accused of. Is he being accused of sex trafficking underage women? Is that what he's doing? Is he being accused of, or is it only these 3 or 4 people that have sued him over it before? Like, no. Like, is he being accused of having like a huge like underground network of child slaves and sex slaves and shit like that? Like, I haven't seen anything to speak to that just yet. But the day that this happened, all the conspiracy theories flew around, and he might as well be the next Jeffrey Epstein now. So here's an example, right? This is N Wokeness. Basically, N Wokeness is our favorite sort of Elon Musk toe sucker. That's who N Wokeness is. He sucks on the toes of Elon Musk. N Wokeness, holy shit, Prince Harry named as one of the famous figures at Diddy's sex trafficking parties. Is there a Diddy client list? So, yeah, here's a picture of Diddy with Prince Harry when he was young. I guess this is back in the 90s. Isn't that Kanye West right there? I mean, there's P. Diddy. This is Prince Harry. Is that Kanye? I don't know who that is. I don't know. Does that mean Kanye West is involved with this? Or is this some other guy? I can't tell. Kind of looks like him because of the beard, but maybe not. Maybe that's not Kanye. I don't know. Yeah, doesn't look good for P. Diddy here. But is this actual proof that, I mean, so they hung out at a party. I mean, is this proof that P. Diddy was trafficking young girls specifically to Prince Harry? I mean, I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, the proof isn't there of it, but there doesn't have to be proof. There just has to be a picture. And once again, the viewer at home draws their own conclusions, because that's what these conspiracy grifters do. Here's another guy. This is Kenzie Marie. There's also this. Now, look at this, okay? This is P. Diddy hanging out with Barack Obama. Obviously, Barack Obama has nothing to do with this story. There's no news item out there at all connecting Barack Obama to the raiding of P. Diddy's house at all. His name has not come up at all. He's not on the client list, nothing like that. So what is this here for? This is just to smear Obama. This is basically some fucking Republican conservative hack using this as an opportunity to smear Obama, because it has nothing to do with it whatsoever. So why is it here? So all of the people that saw this 65,000 people, you see that 65,000 people who saw this tweet are now going to draw their own conclusions, and no small number of those people are going to now associate Barack Obama with child sex trafficking, and those people will believe it until the end of time. And that's what this is all about. This is what the culture war is all about. It's who can more effectively lie to their base. who can spread the better propaganda. It's fucking ridiculous. Just straight out say it. You know, that's the thing. If you're gonna say this shit, right? Like, I have no respect for people that do shit like this. Okay, if you're gonna accuse somebody of a crime, then straight out just fucking accuse them. Don't just drop shit like this and, oh, you make up your own mind. Fuck you. All right, you got something to say, then fucking say it. Don't be a worm like this piece of shit. That's what this is. This tactic is like wormy and disgusting to me. It's like talking shit behind somebody's back. That's what the online equivalent of this is. Like, this is the online equivalent of talking shit behind someone's back. It's like, no, fuck you, man. Say it to, just fucking straight out say it. Have the balls to just straight out make your accusations, right? Or shut the fuck up. That's what I gotta say. Next one. Adrienne Curry. No idea who this is. Just some fucking rando on Twitter. Interesting that our government is busting Sean Combs' P. Diddy for crimes that absolutely pale in comparison to the sex trafficking operation Joe Biden is operating with the cartel on our border. Distraction. What is this? Of course, this is more QAnon shit. Pizzagate QAnon crap. There is zero evidence that the president of the United States, Joe Biden, is involved in any kind of sex trafficking operation. There's no evidence of that at all. That is ridiculous conspiracy theory bullshit. But you see how this all gets folded into the lore. A story comes out about P.Diddy. It must have a reason because, according to conspiracy theories, nothing happens without a reason. Everything is planned. Everything has some kind of role in the latest like conspiracy theory, the overall overarching conspiracy theory. Everything has a role in that. There's no such thing as just a coincidence to these fucking morons, right? So obviously this must be to distract from, I guess, Joe Biden smuggling people over the border. It falls apart with the most minute of observation. It's just fucking absolutely ridiculous. This comes from Green Lives Matter. I'm not going to listen to the video that he put here, but let's read what he has to say. Diddy was, quote-unquote, allegedly running a honeypot blackmail operation just like Epstein. And guess who was giving legitimacy to his operation? Prince Harry. The lawsuit alleges that Sean Combs has recordings of celebrities, music, label executives, politicians, and athletes in compromising positions, and he had hidden cameras in every single room. This is how you know Diddy is working as a Jeffrey Epstein type for the cabal. The Diddy scandal continues to expand and red pill the world. Incoming thread. Is that true? I don't know. What I've seen, it doesn't look like that, but I could be wrong. I'm open to, seeing what else develops here. I mean, if that turns out to be the case, that he actually was blackmailing people, well, then we'll see. But you just see how quickly this has evolved from... Because here's what, we just read the article, right? Well, we skipped over the article. We didn't read it in detail. But we saw what was going on there in the lawsuits. It came from a number of lawsuits from specific women saying that he abused, raped, and pimped them out and stuff like that. Trafficked them, sex trafficked them. And it's taken, that's what the actual accusations are. And it's turned into P. Diddy was blackmailing famous people with sex tapes, working for the cabal. And of course, the cabal are the bad guys when it comes to QAnon, which don't exist. It's not a real thing, by the way, right? The cabal, they're like Cobra from G.I. Joe. They're like Hydra. It's made up bullshit. There is no such fucking thing as the cabal. But you see how quickly this stuff just evolves. This is within 24 hours. May 26th, right? So this thing dropped on, Monday? So this is 24 hours later, the next day. He's already taken his place as the next Epstein, working for the cabal. And I guess who's gonna, I guess Donald Trump is the one that has to, ride in on a white horse or some shit and, save all the little baby children, right? It's such bullshit. It's like if there was, like I said, if there was a movie of this, you would fucking leave the theater. It's so dumb. You would go up to the fucking ticket booth and demand your money back, saying, I want my money back because I got tricked into watching this piece of shit. That's how ridiculous this stupid fucking shit is. It's just unrealistic. I don't know. Another one. So we're supposed to believe that the bridge just happened to collapse same time that the Diddy stuff coming out. This one had a funny little video. Let's watch it. We can't, that audio is going to get my post kicked, so we're not going to listen to the audio there. But it's basically P. Diddy hanging out with a lot of famous politicians, including Al Sharpton and Hillary and Obama. And it's just, guilt by association. See, none of these people in this video have been accused of anything. Right? It's just the fact that P. Diddy was friendly with them and maybe did a few get out the vote types of things to help their campaigns. So now, of course, guilt by association. They must all be part of the evil cabal too. They must be out there sex trafficking women and girls and all that stuff too. I mean, P. Diddy was doing it, and here he is hanging out with them. You know, there's a picture of P. Diddy hanging out with Donald Trump too, right? I like how he didn't include that one in there. Actually, you know what? I bet you I can find it as the very first result. If I do a search for it, yep, there it is, folks. P. Diddy and Donald Trump. Right there goes P. Diddy hanging out with Donald Trump and Melania. And look, hey, there's another one. This one is from Getty Images, so you know that it's not fake. You know, this is not an AI generated thing. There he is right there. The very first result. Hey, look, there they are talking and hanging out. I mean, dang, they're looking pretty fucking friendly to me, folks. So I like how these pictures weren't in that guy's video, huh? That's fucking ridiculous. One more of these. Here's a video of P. Diddy, a 40-year-old, saying he wants to have a 48-hour sleepover with Justin Bieber, who is only 15. Does it look normal to you? Let's listen to what this has to say. It's only 45 seconds long.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go buck full crazy.
We're going crazy.
I mean, does it look normal? Well, I don't know what happened. Have there been allegations that P. Diddy did anything uncouth there with young Justin Bieber? I mean, Justin Bieber is still alive, right? I'm sure he could come out and say some things. Now, to be honest, I don't know one thing about Justin Bieber at all. Like, I know nothing about Justin Bieber. For all I know, he probably could have been talking about this, you know, he could have been claiming that bad shit has been happening to him for years. I wouldn't know anything about it. I have no interest in Justin Bieber, so has he ever claimed that he was like abused by P. Diddy or any other rock stars? I mean, I don't know. But it really does seem to me that this, like, why did they play this video? It's like a guilt by association. Oh, look, here's a video of P. Diddy hanging out with a young kid. He must be up to nefarious things, right? Now, like I said, folks, I'm not at all in the slightest defending P. Diddy. I literally do not care one way or the other about P. Diddy. I don't even think I could name a song by him, to be honest. I think he did something in the Godzilla soundtrack in like 1998 or some shit, because the only reason I remember that song is because he sampled Led Zeppelin for it. Right? Like, that's it. Like, he sampled the Led Zeppelin Kashmir, I think, in one of his songs. Like, I literally know nothing about him, don't give a fuck about him one way or the other. And if he ends up being guilty, it's like, that's no skin off of my back. I don't give a fuck one way. I'm not going to be broken up over him going to prison. I mean, if he did it, if he's guilty, then good. Fuck him. He deserves to go to prison. What I am saying is that it's very just the way that people, how the conspiracy theory evolves, right? Over 48 hours. Like, it's literally, this happened Monday, and it's, as of this recording, Wednesday night. So it hasn't even been 72 hours yet. And already he's kind of like, his story has evolved to where he's this inhuman, disgusting sex trafficker who's supplying Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama with young slaves so that they can, like, drink their fucking brain juice. And so Hillary Clinton can rip their face off and, like, you know, dance around with it as they worship Satan or whatever. It's already turned into that. And it's just so fucking, like, insane. It's just so ridiculous to me how fast this shit evolves. It's like a religion. It's like a religion, and there will now be people who will forever, until the day they die, think that this is what P. Diddy is guilty of and what he was actually doing. And that now there's going to be people who are going to see that video and they're going to think that Justin Bieber was a victim of this. And that, and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were like two high profile fucking clients of P. Diddy or whatever, regardless of what the truth is. And the thing is, it doesn't matter what the actual truth is, right? They could come out tomorrow and he could be exonerated tomorrow. It wouldn't matter. They're still going to believe that. Now, it doesn't look like he's going to be exonerated. It actually looks like he may have fled the country, right? Which doesn't say very good things if you're trying to defend yourself legally. Getting on your private plane and flying to another country where there's no fucking extradition treaty is not a very good look. I think he flew to some place in the Caribbean, like Antigua or some shit. Yeah, man, not a good look. I mean, that kind of says right there that he probably did it. If he's fleeing the country, he probably fucking did it. It just blows me away. It blows me away how fast it all took hold, how fast it just evolves there. And that's because that's what you got to remember about conspiracy theorists, right? I mean, I say this in every fucking video, but I say it because it's true. It doesn't matter what the truth is to these people. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what he did. It doesn't matter what he's accused of. It doesn't matter what the actual truth is or what the actual lawsuits were about. It's not about any of that at all. It's just another way for these people to spread their horseshit conspiracies so that they can feel like they're in the know, so that they can feel like they have the super secret information that nobody else has. And that, they're actually saving the earth. They're actually saving everyone else, and you better wake up, sheeple. They're going to come and take away your guns and throw you in prison and steal your children and all this other bullshit and make you get vaccinations and all this other ridiculous fucking horse shit. It's just another little pin that they get to stick in their hat when they call the rest of us blind little sheep or whatnot. Because we want to, not catch COVID and die. Right? Because we want to get vaccinated and not catch COVID and die. And we want to, actually vote for someone who's gonna do some shit for us and not for fucking some ridiculous proto-fascist asshole who's gonna use the country as his own personal piggy bank or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just more bullshit to heap onto the fucking festering culture war, which is slowly destroying our country. Anyhow, folks, please don't believe the bullshit. Right? If you have friends or family who spread these fucking conspiracy theories, get them some help. Everybody out there, stay cool, and I will see you all next time. Adios.
Hello folks, if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, please consider buying something from my Etsy shop, supporting me on Patreon, liking and subscribing, and checking me out across my social media links listed below. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.